our show needs to regenerate and evolve into that. So that way we can still watch the Tootie and the Whittaker areas and just rename it back when who was poop.
Dude,
Okay,
if we start doing that, I'm wearing fucking flannel. I'm gonna be butching myself up. I'm gonna we're ready for it.
Okay, look, if somehow someone convinces us to pay us enough to do that, I am going to be like blackout drunk, like the entire, like I'm coming to the show blitzed. Okay. Like if we're forced to go through that shit, it's like, oh my God.
I would absolutely tear a new one. There's no way.
I'm aware my sobriety might take a hit if we do that, but I'm willing to give it a go.
He's willing to
That'll be it, dude. If you got something like early Saturday or something, or after my one fun game on Saturday. Fuck yeah. If you guys can raise the money, because that has to be people have to raise for that shit. No fucking way I'm doing that shit for free.
No, there's got to be like a legit, like a significant, like they have to really hate us and really want to torture us in order to get us to do that shit.
Not only that, like I think what we need to do is we need to have a new like rating system at the end. We need to talk about things that we like and things that we didn't like, but we definitely have to do that for the Whittaker area because I want to see what sort of creative gymnastics we could each do for an episode.
It wasn't so long. It wasn't super long.
Right. Well, that's kind of one of those things. That's almost what you have to do with something like that. Is to get you just have to be like, oh fuck, come up with like, because I'm pretty good at empathizing and like putting people putting myself in other people's shoes sometimes. So like I could probably do some fucking like crazy ass woke like mental gymnastics in order to like try to pull some of that stuff off. Like there are arguments I could make just because I can make a fucking argument for anything.
Mine would be very hard pressed where like it had a cow and it was a very cute cow. And that's the good thing of this episode. There was an animal that was cute.
That's funny. You said there was a cow. I got a cow at the front of my place at the moment, and as soon as you said cow, it mooed really loudly, like it could hear you.
Are you fucking serious?
No, I'm being serious. Yeah,
you are being serious. That is freaking hilarious.
Spoopy.
That is so freaking hilarious. That is great. I love that.
So if we get enough money, we're definitely going to be watching all the bad episodes.
Dude, I'm just going to fucking rip that shit apart. I'm just going to rip that shit apart.
Yeah. So, I mean, in all fairness, the bad episodes only start at the beginning of Whittaker and end at Tootie. So there's only like 50 episodes.
Oh,
that is true. That is true. Like, it's honest.
I would have to watch the stupid Cyberman that had lipstick on it. That was retarded as hell.
Oh my God. Hey, you know what? It'll be crazy to think about the fact
to have a little bit of individuality. It's needed in a hive mind. So
I mean, think about it this way: we'll be watching like first season Torchwood as the palate cleanser.
Yeah.
Look, if you give me a plate of nails and then you give me a plate of razors, they still both suck. I would not want to eat them.
I'd eat the razors. Because the razors are thin enough that the stomach acid will dissolve them. That's why when people swallow razors, they have no issue.
Well, yeah, but I think the problem is it can cut your esophagus lining going down. Isn't that kind of the problem with that?
Well, that's why they usually wrap it in paper. That's all I would do.
Well, that's not. What are you fucking even worried about at that point? Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's fucking.
Bottom line is, just because something is worse doesn't make something else better. Kind of like when you make all your male characters suck to uplift the female characters. The female characters.
Doctor Who with Jodie Whittaker.
Yeah, like Jodie Whittaker. Yeah. See, look at that. We're already critiquing it. We don't even have to watch it.
My favorite through line was when they gave the athletic black guy the inability to ride a bike.
Dude, they're so fucking racist. They are so fucking racist.
Yeah, I can't ride a bike, but I can play COD.
Right, like didn't he? Yeah, that doesn't. Yeah, make fucking sense. But yeah, because wasn't it like there was something weird in his like hand-eye coordination or hand-foot coordination?
He had no balance. It's like being deaf in one ear and you've got no equilibrium. But it never affected him on anything else but that bike.
Right, which as a guy, which I've known people that got like damaged eardrums and shit from being in the military. Like homeboy, like which fucked his equilibrium up. Homeboy couldn't look at the ceiling without fucking getting dizzy and falling over. It was actually the funniest shit. We used to make him do it for our entertainment. Yeah, we were. It's the fucking military. We're a bunch of sheet metal mechanics. Fuck yeah, we were assholes.
But the biggest mistake we ever did was taking him to the Eiffel Tower. He'll be missed.
Oh, that's great. All right, boys and girls, that's enough foreplay. I think let's fucking get this beautiful intro going before Grant dies, coughing up a lung and dies on all of us. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to When Who Was Good.
In the heart of the cosmos, where time and space collide, the Doctor and his TARDIS forever to glide. From the streets of London to the far edges of space, with Rose, Martha and Donna, through time they chase. Daleks and their fury, Cybermen, steel and cold, the mysteries of Bad Wolf, stories untold. To the planet of New Earth and the fires of Pompeii, through the shadows of the vast and their that they find their way. Back when who was good, those were the days. Adventures through time and wondrous haze. The Doctor and his companions, a tale so grand. In the show where the universe was at their command, Jesse, the common nerd with a vision so bright, guiding through the episodes into the night. The maiden sunker with insights to unveil, and Mr. Grant Gregory with love to irrigate. Back when who was good, those were the days. Adventures through time and wondrous haze. The Doctor and his companions, the tale so grand. In the show, a day universe was at their command. From the Battle of Canary Wharf to the end of time, where heroes and legends in their prime. The Sakurax invasion and the last Dalek stand, with the Doctor at Goldberry and London. Back when who was good, those were the days. Adventures through time and wondrous haze. The Doctor and his companions, a tale so grand. In the show, a day universe was at their command. From the Battle of Canary Wharf to the end of time, where heroes and legends in their prime.
So, all of time and space, everything that ever happened or ever will, where do you want to start?
How's everybody doing tonight, boys and girls? This is Jesse with the Common Nerd, bringing you pop culture and all things 33 comments and slants, and welcome to another edition of When Who Was Good, boys and girls. Last week, we left it on a cliffhanger. Well, we left it on a cliffhanger with Sunker Maiden. The rest of us stuck around. We left it on a cliffhanger with our dear sweet Sunker Maiden. We have our first episode of season 2 of our Matt Smith era, boys and girls. We had a great Christmas special that we watched last week as well, that I think we just everybody, it was like one of the most wonderful versions you could do of like a Christmas Carol and the Scrooge story. And I absolutely loved it. It was so much fun. And then that season opener is an absolute banger. And fortunately enough, we've got the whole crew here tonight. So we can actually officially start off season 1 properly. And Mr. Grant Gregory's got all of these episodes memorized and burned into his brain, for better or worse, depending on which version of Who he's watching. We're going to have him start off this evening and give us a little bit of his thoughts on, of course, the season finale of season 1 with all of that wonderful stuff, and then what he thought of the Christmas special as well. But before we do, before we do, our dear sweet Sunker Maiden, my co-host with the mostest. How are you, my dear? How's everything
I'm
going?
Good. I want to know what Grant Gregory thinks.
Okay, there you go. Yep, Grant, your turn.
And the last actual episode, I was not a huge fan of. The one beforehand, I was. I liked it.
Opens.
I enjoyed. My problem is with it. This was the first indication of what I call Moffatisms, where he has the inability to do a different final episode, because we'll find out sooner or later that most of his finales are basically the same story plot point for point. But the power of a name, I never really liked that sort of arc that they do with the Doctor, where he can just say his name and he installs fear in people like he's Batman. The speech was great. I just felt like it was it was where it started to turn, because I don't think it fits with this version of the Doctor. I think the power of the name would have been something that would have been better with a Capaldi or with Tennant. I think it was ill-advised with Matt Smith, because Matt Smith is the I got to let go of everything, all my trauma sort of shit. He was what close to what Shooty was supposed to be. And throughout the whole thing, he finds a lot of good things. He potentially finds a romantic partner. He finds a family, and I think they needed to focus more on that. I loved the speech, even though I think the speech was not my favorite one. It was a chef's kiss when it comes to Doctor Who speeches, because he was able to deliver it. He's a very good lip actor. He can tell you 10 different emotions just with his lips.
Yeah.
And I think it was, for me, I think it was a shame that we got Matt Smith so young, because I would have loved to have seen what he does now with how good of an actor he's become.
If he
as
the Doctor, it would be amazing.
If they ever bring him back, they need to bring him back as a different version, different iteration of the Doctor.
Yeah. And do like a proper homecoming, unlike what they did for Tennant.
Yeah. Instead of just basically making it one gay joke after another.
Actually make it do something well. Yeah.
And as for the Christmas special, it's definitely it's up there. It's probably one of the top 10 Christmas specials of all time.
Dude,
in any TV series. I think it was one of the ones that they really knocked out of the park. I'm looking forward to the arcs in this one. I felt like this was where they became the most popular. This season was, I think, the most popular season when it comes to eyeballs and international recognition. So it'd be interesting to go back and see it now after seeing everything, because I think it's probably been about 8 or 9 years since I watched this season. So,
oh
wow, where this one is probably my least viewed season. Maybe the next season is my least viewed one. When it comes to time wise. Lots of interesting facts and everything revolving around this next upcoming episode. So I'm looking forward to chatting about that. But yeah, I think it was a good ending. It was just a very Moffat ending, and at the time I remember I loved it. And then after this
season, you think about it a little bit, like, wait,
I'm like, yeah, that was pretty good. I'm like, wait a minute, oh, never mind. And then the season after that, I'm just like, what's this guy doing?
Well, you liked the pound cake last time. Why do you like the pound cake this time?
Because I don't want to eat it for breakfast. Fuck's sake.
Fucking second breakfast. What are you talking about? No, I honestly, I enjoy the power of the Doctor thing, and the power of the name kind of situation. I like that a lot. And I don't, for me anyway, it doesn't seem unreasonable to me either. Right. Because it's one of them situations where we've been on at that point, almost 40 years over 40 years of stories, essentially, with, of course, we have that gap, late 80s, in the 90s, but like we've got this entire catalog of history of, like, how would people not know at this point? Like, how would there not be stories passed around campfires in every corner of the fucking universe about the wizard that drops out of the fucking sky and wipes out the monster, wipes out the demon? Why wouldn't every race that he's ever gone up with, again, disseminate that information to every other person in their species, going, look out for this guy because he's taken us down every time we've come up against him? And maybe it's because, and I guess maybe I kind of understand where you're coming with, like, the whole Matt Smith because he's younger thing, but I don't know. I really enjoy that contrast of, he wants to be the silly, goofy doctor that forgets, but his past keeps getting thrown in his face over and over and over again because of what he's done and because of his history.
Yeah.
Did you ever say something?
I have two things. First of all, the age of Matt Smith, I think that was primarily the point. Even though he's a much more skilled actor now, it was a primary point for him to be so young because they did want to kind of pull off an old young man. And they really lucked out with Matt Smith being at the skill he was to catch him at that time and to go over and get him into Doctor Who. As for the speech, I see both sides and I do kind of understand it, like why people are for it, why people are against it. For the purposes of the episode, it's actually a two-pronged speech if you think about it, because it's this big grandiose speech and you should be afraid of me speech, which he has kind of earned that. I think after the death of the Time Lords, it would be more likely they would remember this one Time Lord, the one Time Lord survivor. But as a contrast, it explained exactly why they put him in the box, because they were so afraid of him, and also because they thought he was going to destroy the world, but also because they were afraid of him.
Yeah. No, it's definitely a two-pronged sort of speech. Like, it's almost a speech that he's giving to himself. Then when it comes to the younger thing, I'm not saying it's a critique. I'm just saying that he's such a better actor now. 15 years after he started doing this role, like, and I'm just like, oh man, like, imagine what we would have gotten, with him taking 15 years to hone his craft. But
it's also kind of a give and take though too, because think about it, if he would not have made such a splash as the Doctor and become such a fan favorite, would he have ever gone on to do all of those other things?
Oh, probably not. I know it's an impossible sort of scenario. I'm a big fan of his work outside of Doctor Who, where there's not a lot of Doctor Who actors or people who've been in Doctor Who, or I should say that were essentially, we use the word established in Doctor Who, that have had roles outside of them where in multiple occasions. Like, the only other one I'd say was probably Tennant in Jessica Jones as the Purple Man. Was probably his best role that I've ever seen him in.
Oh God, yeah, so good. He plays such a good fucking villain, dude.
Yeah,
holy
scary,
God,
like
he's a good villain.
genuinely scary.
Yeah, dude.
Amy Pond, when she was playing in
she's the other one.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Carrie Ann Gillan. She's the other one. She's gone on to do several other things.
And she did a very good job as Nebula.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, she was fine as Nebula. I mean, she was very robotic. I mean, that was the character. So, like, yeah.
You don't see me, giving Vin Diesel any props for Groot, okay?
Right. Oh, yeah, Groot.
$500,000, please, thanks.
He got paid more. Shit. Put it this way: he got paid more to say I am Groot over and over again than he got paid for the Iron Giant, and that movie's fucking phenomenal.
Yes.
Oh, dude, the Iron Giant's one of the fucking classic, best freaking children animated stories of all time. Oh my god, I love. That's why dude, he was so overpowered in the Warner Brothers, like the multiverses game that they've got, their little PvP, like the Smash Brothers alternative. Dude, he was so OP in the beta. They had to like turn him back because my wife and I played the shit out of that on PlayStation because we could play against each other. And I was like, okay, well, I can't use Iron Giant. I just smashed the shit out of her with Iron Giant.
Also, sorry, I just remembered something from the previous episode, from the finale. They didn't tell Matt Smith that there was a dancing scene. They gave him 5 minutes to come up with his own routine because he's a terrible dancer, and they didn't want him to. So him doing those moves, that's him doing it on the spot, one take, and that was it.
Oh, that is so great! And this is why we have to have you here, Grant. Oh, that is so good. Holy God.
Here you have Wednesday coming up with this amazing choreography. And then you have Matt Smith.
I love it. Oh, that is so good.
Also, Moffat made a point about he wanted this one to be the first series where everyone that was in the previous season stays to the next one.
Nice. I like that.
So because we haven't had doctors and companions from one season move on to the next season.
Yeah, a lot of time it ends up changing and stuff. Yeah.
Well, they swap out companions every season. At least that's what they were doing for Tennant and then they for Eccleston to Tennant swap over. So
I thought she lasted 2 seasons before she got
Rose lasted for 2 seasons in a row, but Tennant and Eccleston.
But it was 2 different doctors, right? Yeah,
and then the companions would always get.
For some reason, I thought she had a second season with Tennant. But yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're right. That's fucking wild. Yeah, I'm glad they did that too because I like seeing that relationship grow and that bond grow over the seasons and. Their relationship develops. You actually get to see character growth and how they grow with each other, over this long period of time of going through absolute insane fantasy world. You know what I mean? Because it's fantasy world. It's sci-fi, yeah, but it's like you walk through the doors of the TARDIS and that's magic, man. So that's cool. I like that.
Also, Amy, when she meets or has the conversation with the younger version of herself.
Yeah.
In it, she puts her hair over her left ear when she sees her. The reason that she did that one was because it was for Amy to determine what age she was at that stage, because she got her ear pierced at a certain point. So then that was Amy's way of knowing, because it was a bit weird. It's like, why are you touching her hair for like that? It's a bit weird. It's like, okay, now I know where you are in your history.
Yeah. Well, and correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't that like actually like her niece or something? Like
I'm not too sure of the relationship with it. I remember everyone saying that back in the day, but I have no idea whether that was one of those real things. Like
it was just one of those internet urban legends.
I haven't checked on it. It might be true, but it's just like one of those things, like Marilyn Manson removing a rib or Richard Gere with a gerbils.
Right. Yeah.
I wouldn't put it past Maryland, though. It's just fucking crazy enough.
It's just crazy enough he would do some shit. All right. Well, boys and girls, speaking of crazy, we're going to say hi to all of you fabulous folks out there in the chat real quick, and then we're going to jump into the show. And if you are over there on YouTube, make sure you guys hop over to Rumble, because we do watch the full episodes over here. These are a full-blown watch along as well as a comment and review. We pause the episodes. We pause the episodes, but then we let it play, and we'll pause and talk about things. And like Sunker gets all excited and she like puts her hand up and like, I have to pause, and she'll go on crazy rants. So make sure if you haven't already, my mods will be dropping links for Rumble over there on the YouTube side, or if you're watching this on the replay, come follow us over on Rumble at The Common Nerd over there on Rumble, and you will be able to catch these full watch-alongs as well. These are a great way. If you've never been into Doctor Who, if you've never watched Doctor Who, this is a great way to get into it, and you get to watch the full episodes with us. But that is something that is exclusive to Rumble and all the rest of the platforms that don't nig us for that kind of thing. So please join us over there on Rumble if you haven't already. That's where the majority of the chat is, and they'll be hanging out as well. Are we all live on Kick, though? I did get the Kick to work tonight, so shout out. John Richards, Pop-O-Matic White Guy. What's going on, buddy? Over there on the YouTube side, coming in early. Mr. Gregory, making sure that he knew he was going to be here. He was letting us know early that he was going to be here. Says, oi, 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 oi. And Jim Bone, one of our very fine channel subscribers over there on Rumble, keeping the lights on around here because, yes, boys and girls, thanks to all of you out there, this is my full-time job. So shout out. Fladius Assfire over there holding down the Rumble over there on the YouTube as well. And yes, thank you very much for dropping that link. Appreciate that. Biggles Mets. What's up, Biggles? Matt Smith is still my favorite doctor with the best theme music. Amen, good sir. Amen. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, Darth Dave. This starts at 7 Central Standard Time. You are correct. We were a few minutes late, but that's because we had some cool little preview stuff we had to tease in the background. So, yes. James Cash. Late and Fortnite. Fortniteness varies. It does. It does. It does. Madhouse Retro. Oh, yes. And James Cash is one of our fine channel subscribers over there on Rumble. And Darth Dave, I believe, is a member over on our Kick as well, if I'm not mistaken. Speaking of Rumble subscribers, Madhouse Retro. What's going on, buddy? What's up, bitches? I'm going to travel through time and space while watching Doctor Who. Ha, ha, ha. I got some amnesia haze to smoke. Yep. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it, Madhouse. That will do it. We'll do it. Yeah, the stream is a little faster. There you go. But enjoy your amnesia haze. There you go. And Vankman's Girl gave us a new follow over there on Rumble. Shout out to Vankman's Girl. She's probably not watching right now, but yes, I believe we follow each other on Twitter, I think. So shout out to that. Darth Davey holding down the Rumble as well. There you go. Oh, good. You had a nap this afternoon. Good. I'm glad you got your nap in. I'm glad you got your nap in. This Eccentric. What's going on, buddy? Glad you made it in as well. This Eccentric. Grim, aka Anvac, another one of our fine channel subscribers over there on Rumble. Ruined over lazy reading, no more plans, just holy fire. Oh, I'm sure I have an idea of what that's part of. So there you go. There you go. Yep, don't have plans, just go with things. There you go. There you go. There you go. Let's see what else we got over there. Shadow Warden 99, another one of our fine channel subscribers over here on Rumble says you're all diseased. It's true. It's true. It's true. It is so true. It is so true. It is so true. Oh, yes, we love a good love interest with a demon. That always pans out well. Look at Hollywood. They've been worshiping Satan for decades, and how well is that working out for them right now? Oh, there we go. Wibbly wobbly. Mr. Grant Gregory. It's the intro. Yes, it is. That's right. That is right. Emblazoned 64. What's up, buddy? This is liked on YouTube, then came here. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Your average patriot nerd. Good to see you, my friend. One of our very fine truck drivers out there keeping the roads running. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yes, join the Discord where you get to see all kinds of wonderful pictures of our dear sweet Sunker Maiden in various outfits. As a friendly reminder, too, boys and girls, we're trying to get to $1,000 to get her dressed as Red Sonja. I believe we're at like 75 right now between like James Cash. So yeah, we're trying to get because we're going to pay for Sunker to get her hair professionally dyed red. And then the outfit, and that'll motivate her to start doing her working out and all that kind of fun stuff. So we get her as Red Sonja, boys and girls. So we're just trying to get to $1,000. That's all we're trying to get to. It's helping fund our trip to.
But she's not black. How can she be Red Sonja?
Dude, no, the new Red Sonja is a redhead, dude. She's this pale skinned white girl. Like she looks pretty good in the armor. There were some new pictures. Like she didn't have gigantic. It's hard to find It's hard. So it's especially if you want them to have a flat tummy. Sometimes it's hard to make them have them that fucking gigantic unless they're fake. You know what I mean? So but yeah, no, there were some set photos released of her in the armor and stuff. Their armor's not quite as skimpy. Like she's got a little bit more of like some more shoulder coverings and stuff like that. But yeah, no, full on like fucking little bikini chainmail and fucking little bottom and stuff like that. So yeah, no, it's looking pretty. If nothing else, she's at least gonna look like fucking Red Sonja, even if the movie's trash. Like she's at least gonna look the part. And you know what? At this point, I'm kind of just happy with that.
Just put it on mute and then just play only the action scenes.
Yeah. There you go. Hey, that might be a great way to do it. So yeah. So check all that stuff out, boys and girls. Direct donations are a great way to support the channel. There's Cash App. You can shoot through Rumble. You can shoot through Kick, wherever you like to go. It'll all count because it all ends up here supporting the channel eventually. So I appreciate that. Dumpster slap. I'm sure Sunker would love to dumpster slap a few of y'all out there.
What's a dumpster slap?
Yeah, I'd imagine you slap somebody with a dumpster, or maybe you slap them into a dumpster. I don't know, one of the two. We'll figure something out. Please don't kill Grant. I need him sometimes. I feel that, Biggles. I need him too. We don't want him to die. Grant is getting put in a camp with that cough. I know, right? I know. Can we say we watched? He got it from being in the camp. He's a guard outside of the camp. That's what he does. That's what he does in his spare time. Can we say we watched Dr. Karen and then not? I don't want to have the self-delete my eyeballs. Don't burn down your house. Jimbone over on Twitch as well. Good to see you.
You're not the boss of me.
And your average trader says, looking beautiful, Sunker Maidens. Don't you agree, Rumblebot? I'm sure the Rumblebot agrees.
Do not train the Rumblebot to simp. Fuck off. No.
I don't think the Rumblebot responded. Unfortunately, that's sad. That's sad. I think you have to at the Rumblebot first. I don't even know if it's working quite right now. There's John. He's back. Darth Dave says, I'm deaf in one ear. Thankfully, it hasn't messed with. I'm assuming you meant it hasn't messed with your balance. I'm assuming it hasn't messed with that. Totally innocent whistle. Yeah, we don't know. Can't stay. I want to drop a like and say hello. Well, thank you, John. Appreciate that. Love the Christmas special. Michael Gambino was fantastic. Oh, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, he was. And as always, boys and girls, we play the Want to Get Common Nerd Stone game. $50 donation, I'll eat it edible. $20 dabs, $5 rant equals a card hit. So thank you very much for all of that. Moffat seems to have a limited breadth in how he tells his stories. He's very good at making stories within that breadth, but it's also limited by it. Yeah, and it might be one of them situations where those are just kind of times it might have been better for him just to be like a full-blown showrunner at that point and let other people kind of craft the story a little bit more.
I'd go the opposite. I think when he's given a tether, he's a great storyteller.
So when there's somebody else telling him which way to go?
Yeah, I think he has the George Lucas problem. When he's given the full reins, he just goes too far.
But isn't he gonna say Star Wars?
Yeah, there's a
George Lucas is totally gonna save Star Wars, guys.
Stephen Moffat's more likely to save Star Wars. Okay, let's be completely honest.
Super dead. It's just super dead now, and they're not gonna get it back.
May contain traces of seafood. Leighton Gay, what did I miss? You missed everything. You missed the amazing foreplay we gave you at the beginning of the show. I mean, the cunnilingus was just off the charts, just absolutely off the charts. It was absolutely off the charts. I can't believe I try to monetize these streams. What are you talking about? Groot was Oscar worthy. That's right. Groot was Oscar worthy. That is right. That is right. 25th anniversary screening this year. It still holds up. Hell yeah. There you go. Hell yeah. Yep. I know. Biggles hates Rose. Biggles hates Rose.
I love
Biggles
Rose.
hates Rose.
Martha.
You just think Martha's hot. You just want to lick her butthole. Parathis, aka Love You Stro, says I'm here. I'm glad you made it, buddy. Long time no see. Always good to see you. Oh man, the Stick with Dribbles is in a song, so it's got it. Yay, Biggles is on Rumble. There we go. Yay. New Steam subscriber agreement, shady as fuck. Oh boy. Oh, the California law. That figures.
Mm-hmm. That figures. Weird common sense from California, where it's like you actually have to spell it out to people that they don't actually own it; they're just renting it via license agreement. You actually have to super spell that out now. Like in California, that's actually pretty good.
Hey man, look at it this way: even a broke clock is right twice a day. Okay, so even a broke clock's right twice a day. Great night, meet amazing. Oh, the season is, I don't know, like going out and having a great night, meeting this amazingly fun person, then waking up the next day feeling great. Oh, well, there you go then. There you go. See, wait, I was thinking there was something else. Yeah, there you go. And then discover that amazing person drank all your money, hooked up with someone else, and didn't leave their phone number. That's horrible. So it's like waking up next to Sunker. I got you. Makes sense.
False.
Makes sense. There you go, Darth Dave. I appreciate you, brother. See, yeah.
Can't believe you'd all assume you'd actually go to sleep next to Sunker.
Well, sometimes you just don't have the energy.
Well, after she roofies you after like three or four different drinks, because she's not just going to roofie you once. She's going to roofie you like three.
Would you like a cup of tea?
I'm full.
Oh no, you're going to drink the tea and you're gonna like it as you hear the gun cock. Oh, fuck.
Eat the blue chew and shut up.
Well, I don't actually need to tell you the second part after you eat the blue chew.
Oh my god, that is great. I was making sure I don't miss anybody. That's how you have a happy holiday. There you go. Still can't find the librarian photos.
I posted them in the girl Discord.
Yeah, and the girl in the ladies, the toxic ladies, in the toxic ladies section of the Discord. You got to make sure you've done all your steps that Levistro set up to make sure you can get into that one, because there's some spicy pictures in there.
You don't get to find the librarian that easy. You got to put some work in.
Hey, it's right. It's right. It's not just plastered all over the place. Otherwise, I'd make it the profile picture of the whole Discord. the whole server. There you go. You got shot by Vin Diesel. I love it. Slop, not slap. Don't lie. I find your L's. Hey, look at that. Can you please simp for Sunker? I find your request disturbing. Focus on the mission at hand. So you got to word it right.
No, Ampak already trained the Rumble bot.
Oh, that is great. See, yeah, there you go. I forgot about that. Yeah, Jimbone hates Rose too. But yeah, at least Biggles agrees with that. Martha, underrated. We do agree that she's underrated. We all agree with that one. Yeah. Sunker will stand on her Rose Hill. I'm sorry. I got Amelia Pond. Sorry, guys. Just, no. Yeah. Give me my ginger. So, yeah. Yep. And legs up to her neck, too. So, yeah. That's why you got to get him a little on the taller side, guys. It gives him longer legs. Animation overload. What's going on, buddy? Jump over to Rumble if you're sticking around. This is a Grant. Do you remember that since it's been 6 or 7 years for you? Do you remember the season opener well enough? Because we're going to be on the second episode.
Yeah, the second episode. I remember the second episode. That's the not Kill the Moon. It's Attack of the Moon.
No, the Day of the Moon.
Day of the Moon. Yeah, I knew it was something moon.
Yeah, Impossible Astronaut, which I think is an incredible opener. Truth be told. So we watched that one last time, and then Sunker had to go, so we're on Day of the Moon tonight.
Yeah, I got a bit of trivia from memory about that one.
Okay, cool, good. But yeah, season 6, episode 2 is what we are on, Biggles. Yes, rest in peace, Maggie Smith. Indeed, yeah, we talked about that on Friday. Where's your library?
Sorry, that just reminded me of something. The guy who plays the Silence, the tall actor guy who's in that, he's actually the werewolf in Prisoner of Azkaban. He's the stunt guy. Yeah. Sorry, just reminded me with the I don't remember his name. He's a big tall Arab fella, I think. Might not even be Arab now that I think about it. But yeah.
Yeah, I know that Discord link's expired. I got to figure out a way to get a permanent one. If somebody could drop a fresh Discord link for Biggles, I would love you forever. I mean, I probably will anyway, but just pointing that out there. Excuse me. Just pointing that out there. Holy cow. Didn't need to do that in my microphone. Holy cow, my bad. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time to give you that little tease, just like Sunker likes to do every single time she's on a show. That little tease. There you go. Wait. Do it again.
It's stupid. No. Ooh.
There you go.
Get out of here.
That's what I like. That's what we like. So we're going to give you a little tease of Day of the Moon, season 6, episode 2. And then we're going to have to cut you off, YouTube, because Rumble actually understands what fair use is, and the rest of y'all don't out there because your bots are mad and crazy and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to give you a little tease. Maybe eventually we'll get special and be able to get on that fancy little allowed list, but not today. So let's give you a little tease, a Day of the Moon. And if you don't remember last episode, the doctor got shot.
That was the tease.
Yeah.
What do you think?
And it's an entire episode of Space.
1969.
No.
We just have to pause it for a second, and I can give you a little bit more. It's like you got to take it's like sometimes you get really excited. You just got to take a pause for a second, chill out for a second, and then you can go back at it. That's how YouTube's copyright stuff works.
I wonder what they would have said. All right, we're going to stand here, but you stand behind me and you stand behind that. I want this to look dramatic.
That's probably exactly how they planned it out, and it worked out well.
Oh, and they were like, "We're looking out at this fucking sunset. Hurry!"
Well, and you got to think about that too. They had to time that just right in order to get that shot too, like with the sun setting and everything else. And because they're out in Utah, they filmed a lot of this in America, didn't they, Grant?
Yeah.
I
don't know. I don't know if you realize this, but England doesn't look like that.
Yeah, well, I didn't know if they found somewhere in like fucking Africa that looked like that or some shit. You know what I mean? Because we know how the British are like, well, we're just going to go to Africa and use whatever the fuck we want because we used to own their asses. And I don't mean that in like a slavery way. I mean that like in a colonization way.
Same thing with America.
Yeah, except that didn't work over here. We kicked your ass. You guys, you guys left Africa. So yeah, that's hilarious. That is hilarious. Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, she brings you a plate and everything.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. We're all kinds of.
Here I am deciding whether I'm going to have toast with 1 or 2 different colors on it. You got a full plate.
I won't tell you what's on the plate then, because that'll really make you be sick.
I could see it.
I'm just we already saw it was like pot stickers with gravy on it. It was a steak and also some greens on the side, but only a little bit.
No. Yeah, Sunker's not hungry at all. Holy shit. Okay, yeah, there you go. Yeah, smells so good. Golly. Yeah, there you go. Sunker Live is a pics are posted now. They didn't have a toxic post, only main channel chat post I fixed. Thank you, Madhouse. Thank you, my friend. There you go. All right, we're gonna give you a few more seconds. We're gonna give you a few more seconds, and then it's gonna be all over.
The doctor we saw on the beach is
that's what I said.
200 years older than the one up there.
Captain Everett, Delaware the Third.
There we go. All right, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. If you're over on YouTube, join us on Rumble. If you haven't already, if you're catching this on the replay, because these ones we do live up, please come over and follow us over on Rumble, because we watch When Who Is Good, and it's good. It's real good, boys and girls.